of wine last night.
Okay. Fine.
So then it's like, we decided to play hide and seek, right?
Okay.
So he gets in the suitcase. The problem is I fell asleep.
When did you do CPR?
This morning when I found it.
Before you called?
Yes!
It's 1 o'clock right now.
I tried. I was awake, but I actually got out of the bed at like 12:30ish, whatever. So I came downstairs, and I was like, oh, he's in.
Get ready to hear a shocking story that will leave you on the edge of your seat. It all started innocently enough with the photo for social media, but little did Sarah Boone know that this seemingly harmless stunt would later come back to haunt her. On January 14, 2016, Sarah and her young son decided to take a funny picture with their son inside a partially zipped black suitcase. Fast forward 4 years later, and another alleged suitcase prank involving Sarah would take a tragic turn. But who is Sarah Boone, you might ask? Born Sarah Paulson, this Orlando native attended Edgewater High School and was known to excel in all subjects. After marrying Brian Boone and having a son, the couple later divorced due to Sarah's increasing use of alcohol. Her drinking habits continued after the divorce, which led her down a dangerous path. Under these circumstances, she met Jorge Torres Jr., and what happened next will leave you speechless. So buckle up and prepare to hear the chilling details of this shocking story. This crazy story spans several years and involves a woman named Sarah Boone. It all started innocently enough on January 14, 2016, when Sarah and her young son decided to take a photo for social media. In the picture, her son was seen inside a partially zipped black suitcase beside an image of the same suitcase zippered shut, intended to be a funny photo that suggests the child was inside the luggage. However, the image triggered an investigation by Child Protective Services after it was posted on Facebook. Thankfully, the matter was dropped when it was determined that the child conceived of and wanted to do the stunt. Fast forward 4 years later, and a second alleged suitcase prank involving Sarah would have devastating consequences for a family in Pennsylvania and stun the community of Winter Park, Florida. Following the divorce, Sarah moved to a nearby apartment and relied primarily on alimony payments to sustain herself financially. Unfortunately, her drinking habits continued to worsen, as multiple people close to her would attest. And it was under these circumstances that she met Jorge Torres Jr., the man who would become the focus of the shocking events that would leave everyone stunned. Jorge Torres, 42, originally from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, had lived in Clinton, Massachusetts before relocating to Orlando, Florida. He had 3 daughters from his previous marriage and was unemployed at the local Ace Hardware store where he worked until they closed down. Despite his circumstances, George enjoyed sketching and listening to music, particularly Bad Bunny, Lil Wayne, and Maroon 5, which sometimes annoyed his neighbors due to the loud volume. In 2020, George was struggling with alcohol abuse, pressure from his ex-wife to provide financial support for their children, and unemployment. According to a statement from one of his brothers, George had a long-standing issue with alcohol, which his family had previously tried to address. Sarah Boone and Jorge Torres met at a local bar in January 2017 and quickly began dating. After 3 months, they moved in together with Sarah's son in a multi-level townhome in the Tealwood Park Apartments in Winter Park, Florida. Sarah primarily paid the bills, with George contributing during periods of employment. Their relationship was described by many as rocky, with frequent arguments and alcohol consumption leading to physical altercations and police involvement. George's frequent arrests often resulted in Sarah bailing him out, creating a repetitive cycle. Interviews revealed that while George and Sarah had a good relationship with their son, Sarah appeared to be afraid of George, and witnesses described a pattern of alcohol abuse and violence. One neighbor recalled finding Sarah asleep on his patio and believed the relationship to be abusive. The property manager received numerous complaints about the couple, including loud music and banging, and witnessed them heavily intoxicated in the morning. Sarah was described as assertive, as evidenced by her confrontation with a tenant accused of aggression. Some neighbors, however, did have positive impressions of Sarah as being friendly and approachable. On October 20th, 2017, George publicly announced his relationship status on his Facebook page. Just 5 days later, he posted that he was no longer lonely. Then, on July 25th, 2018, Sarah called 911 to report that George had kicked her in the eye. According to the arrest affidavit, they had been at a bar when Sarah asked an unknown man for a cigarette, which upset George. They had a verbal altercation when they got home, and Sarah said that George dragged her upstairs and kicked her in the eye. George claimed Sarah grabbed him by the throat and that he kicked her to get her to stop. Both were charged and released on bond, but the case was dropped when they refused to provide statements against each other. On June 15, 2019, police were called to their residence again, where Sarah claimed George struck her multiple times and threatened her life. Sarah filled out a domestic violence worksheet and agreed to testify. George was arrested in order to avoid alcohol and drugs, have no contact with Sarah, and live separately from her. 3 days later, Sarah called the police again, alleging that George was using her credit cards without permission, but she declined to press charges after speaking with officers. In August 2019, Sarah called 911 again, reporting that George had assaulted her while she was asleep in her bedroom. Despite a temporary protection order against George, there was yet another assault complaint on September 4th, 2019, leading to George's arrest. They eventually reconciled and resumed living together until February 23rd, 2020, when an even worse incident occurred. February 23rd, 2020, Sarah's neighbor heard a loud crashing sound that shook the wall separating their apartments. He described it as if something had fallen down the stairs. It was an uncommon occurrence, unlike the occasional thuds he had heard before. According to Sarah's account, she and George had been drinking and playing hide and seek that night. As a prank, George climbed into a suitcase, and Sarah says she zipped it shut. Afterward, she went upstairs to bed and just passed out. The next morning, around 11 a.m., Sarah woke up to a barrage of phone calls. Her ex-husband had been trying to reach her since 11:25, as it was her day to pick up their son. He called twice at 12:21 and again at 12:49. When Sarah finally answered, she was frantic and told him she found George dead in the suitcase. Brian advised her to call 911, but Sarah first called him back to make sure he was on his way. It wasn't until 1 p.m. that she contacted emergency services.
4748 France Court, apartment 3.
4748, what's the street name?
France, Frantz.
Apartment number?
3.
Is this a police or medical?
My boyfriend is dead.
Okay, send the line for the fire department. Do not hang up.
Fire rescue. So location, Mercy.
That's 32.
No, please don't leave.
4748 France Lane, apartment 3.
France Court.
France Court.
Yes.
Okay, is this near Mackenzie Drive?
I don't know where that is.
Okay, fine, okay.
It's Tealwood Park Apartments.
Okay, 4748 France, correct?
Correct.
All right, correct. Now tell me exactly what happened there.
My boyfriend and I were playing last night, and I had him in his case and we were playing. And
Okay.
like kind of hide and seek kind of thing. So I fell asleep and I woke up and he was dead in the suitcase. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
Right, okay, what's the apartment number?
3.
Apartment 3?
Yes, like he has like blood coming out of his mouth, and I don't know if like he had like an aneurysm or what happened.
Right, okay, all right, okay. Listen, we're getting help out there too. All right, okay. Okay,
Right now?
okay, yeah, man, listen, we're on our way out there. You're at 407-716. 8684. Okay, is he hanging from somewhere or what, ma'am?
No, I pulled him out of the suitcase. I tried giving him CPR.
Okay, so he was in a suitcase?
Yes, and I fell asleep.
Okay, how old is the person, ma'am? 42-year-old male. All right. Okay, we're sending help out there. Sheriff's officer anywhere out there?
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
sorry?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Listen to me. Okay. I just need to confirm this. All right. I understand. I just need to confirm this. Is he awake at all? Is he conscious at all?
No. He's purple.
Is he breathing?
No.
All right. I need you to get him on the floor, flat on his back for me. Okay?
I did. I tried giving him CPR.
All right.
I tried giving him CPR.
Yeah. Okay.
But nothing happened. He's purple.
Okay. Listen to me. There's a defibrillator available. I need you to get it for me. Okay?
What is it?
You have an AED available?
No.
All right. Do you right by him now?
I'm sorry?
Are you right by him now?
Yes.
Okay. Lay him flat on his. Okay, ma'am. Listen. So listen. Is he cold and stiff?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he's not necessarily cold, but he's stiff. And he's purple.
Okay. All right, listen to me. Listen to me. I want you to lay him flat on his back for me on the floor.
I did.
Removing the pillows. Okay.
Yes, I did.
All right. Okay.
He's stiff and purple.
Right. Okay. Listen. Okay, man. That's fine. We're still going to do compressions on him. Okay. All right. Place the heel of your hand on his breastbone, right in the center of the chest, right between the nipples.
Yes.
Put your other hand on top of that hand.
Baby, I'm telling you. Just by looking at him, you can tell.
Okay.
Please. Okay, he just gurgled.
Okay. Listen to me. All right. I want you to place the heel of your hand. Okay, right between his chest, right between his breastbones.
Yes.
Put your other hand on top of that hand.
Yes,
we want to pump his chest to me hard and fast, going to this twice per second.
I'm doing it again.
Okay, no, just keep on pumping. That's all you need to do for me. Keep on pumping his chest for me. I don't need you to stop and talk or anything. I just want you to count out loud for me, okay?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is mixing.
Okay, ma'am, just keep on pumping his chest. That's all you need to do for me, okay?
Yes. Come on, please. Hurry up.
Okay, ma'am, they're driving here as fast as they can. Okay, don't stop to say hurry up. Just keep on pumping and counting.
I'm still doing it while I'm pumping you, okay?
Okay.
Still doing it.
All right, just continue pumping his chest. Count on us. I can count with you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Please hurry.
Okay, ma'am, they're getting there as fast as they can, okay?
He's stiff and he's purple.
Okay. Keep pumping his chest for me, ma'am.
I'm still doing it, okay? Still doing it. Just don't make me count.
Right, okay, that's fine. You did a good job. Just keep on doing it for me. That's all right. They're getting there as fast as they can, along with the sheriff's office also, okay?
Please.
Okay. Keep on pumping, ma'am. 1,
We were playing hide
2,
and seek.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep on pumping for me, ma'am.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Believe me, I'm doing it, okay? We were playing hide and seek.
Okay. All right, I understand. All right, just keep on pumping for me, okay? Okay.
Please hurry. This
Right,
is
okay.
horrible. This is horrific. What happened? Like, what happened?
Okay, ma'am, just keep on pumping his chest for me, okay? They're in the parking lot. They should be up there shortly, okay?
Yes. I'm still doing it, okay?
All right, okay, good. And you found him in a suitcase, you said?
Yes. We were playing hide and seek last night. I fell asleep. I think they're here.
Right, just keep on pumping his chest until they take over, okay?
I am.
Okay.
I am.
Okay.
I am.
Okay.
Open! Come in! Can I stop pumping now?
Let them take over for you, okay?
When was the last time anybody saw him? Last night. We were playing hide and seek. He hid in the suitcase. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's been down too long. There's nothing we can do for him.
Hello, ma'am.
And so we're there, obviously.
All right.
Yeah, no, he's my boyfriend. Is your boyfriend? Okay.
Does he have any kind of metaphors?
No. No, not that I know of.
Hello?
Hey, ma'am, the fire department's going to take care of you now, okay? Yeah, so we'll see you there.
All righty. Hello, ma'am. You still there? Hello?
Orange County deputies arrived at the scene minutes later. They located George's lifeless body near the apartment's front door beside a blue suitcase. Ambulance personnel noted that George had a small laceration on his lip and what appeared to be some bruising around his eye. He was confirmed deceased by the Orange County Fire Department.
What's going on? Who is he to you? Boyfriend?
Yes, for like 3.5 years.
What happened?
He and we drank last night. We had a.
Can you pass this to the around to the FD guys? Stop. They need to sign that for sure.
They're with me, so they're not.
Oh, they're not leaving. Okay.
I think I woke her up.
No. Each of them has to. Because this might be a real scene. So each of them has to put their name in.
Normally, I just put everybody.
Yeah, you call Rich working.
What's going on?
So
I just got here, so fill me in.
No problem. Like,
Yeah,
he and I were putting a puzzle together. We've been doing some artwork together.
You are putting a puzzle together?
Yes, we have a puzzle that we started in there.
Okay.
We've been doing art, taking stuff off the wall to make new art put up there, like having a good time with one another. But we're drinking. We had a bottle of wine last night.
Okay. Fine.
So then it's like, we decided to play hide and seek, right?
Okay.
So he gets in the suitcase, okay?
Who is this guy?
That's my ex-husband, my former husband.
How did he live here with you guys?
No, I called him over here.
Okay.
I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
So then he came over here.
Here, let's talk in private, okay?
I called you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I tried giving him CPR. The problem is I fell asleep.
When did you do CPR?
This morning when I found him.
Before you called?
Yes.
It's 1 o'clock right now.
I tried. I was awake, but I actually got out of the bed at like 12:30ish, whatever. So I came downstairs, and I was like, oh, he's in the suitcase still. And that's when I found him, and I took him out, and I tried doing CPR, and then I called him, and then I called you guys.
Did he get here before the fire department got here?
Who?
Your husband? Or
Yes.
your ex-husband?
Yes.
Okay. Where does he live at?
Right down the street.
Okay. So you were playing and who did come up and...
I did, but then I fell asleep.
Okay. You're okay. I wasn't here. I'm just trying to figure out what
I
happened.
fell asleep, so I don't know if he suffocated or like had an aneurysm or a heart attack or
What kind of medical conditions does he have?
None that I know of.
Nothing that you know of.
None
You
that
didn't
I
take
know
any
of.
medicine
No.
last night?
No.
No medicine.
All we had was a bottle of wine. Literally, just a bottle of wine.
Okay.
Doing puzzle artwork. Then we decided to play hide and seek.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that happened.
Okay.
So I don't know if he had a heart attack or what in there. Like, I don't know what happened.
So how long were you doing CPR on him prior to you calling 911? You tried that all morning?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I called him while I was
What
doing
time
CPR.
did you start? Probably, give me a rough ballpark. Here, let me fill this deputy in, okay?
Please, may I have my Dr. Pepper? I am
Hold on,
so
one
cotton
second,
mouth
one
right
second.
now.
Ma'am, and you can't talk to him until we get done with
fine.
this, okay?
Just don't leave, okay, Brian?
Thank you, ma'am.
Well,
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm getting Lucas.
I know.
Do me a favor. Stand over there by that car. Give me 1 second. Just give us a second, okay? We gotta...
Somebody else on that call to break and
It's on the counter.
I can't move anything from out of the house.
Bravo, but
Thirsty, like, I'm
Here, I want you to sit down because I don't want you passing out. This is probably a lot for you to deal
I
with,
need
right? Sit.
Maybe
I don't.
water. Just water.
I can get you some water, okay? Just I want you not on your seat because I don't want you passing out on me.
I need
Following the field interview, the officers were uncertain if they had sufficient probable cause to apprehend Sarah. Consequently, they informed her that she could leave. However, before departing, they requested her permission to conduct a forensic download of her mobile device, which she granted. At the location, a digital forensic expert initiated the process and uncovered damning evidence on the phone that refuted Sarah's statement. Specifically, 2 files were discovered wherein Sarah was recording a video. One video recording commenced at 11:12 p.m. on February 23rd.
Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
Fuck you.
Sarah.
Fuck you.
Sarah.
Stupid.
Sarah.
That's my name. Don't wear it up.
Sarah. I can't fucking breathe, babe. Seriously.
Yeah, that's when you do when you choke me.
Sarah. 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 Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
That's on you.
Sarah, I can't breathe.
It's on you.
Sarah.
Real or ransom. Might want to get video for it extra. Because I got this.
Sarah.
Real or ransom.
Sarah. Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
Oh. That's what I feel like when you ching on me.
Sarah.
Fuck you.
Fucking breathe, Sarah.
Yeah. You should probably shut the fuck up.
Sarah.
Sarah was requested by detectives to come to the sheriff's office for a subsequent interview under the pretext of discussing autopsy results. Unbeknownst to Sarah, the detectives had not disclosed to her before the interview that they had already discovered video evidence.
So this morning we went to his autopsy, and we were informed of some injuries that he has by the doctor. So so he's got scratch marks to his back.
I know what that's from.
Okay. And it's called a contusion. Do you know what a contusion is? So like basically you're getting hit and then you get a mark from it. You'll get bruising. Like someone hit you or something like that. It's called a contusion. So he had some injuries to his left shoulder. He had a cut near his lip. We could see his mouth was a little
I haven't laid a
swollen.
hand on him.
Okay.
Also too, he fell off my son's bike.
Okay.
So I don't know, and he's notorious for running into the wall or the hall tree. So
Okay. What about the scratches? Because there's also sex.
Yes.
Okay. Because there's also like a scratch on the back of his neck, kind of going, but it's going straight across.
I have no idea what that's from.
And they're all recent. They occurred recently. It wasn't something that occurred post or that occurred a week ago or 2 days ago, 3 days ago. They definitely occurred, the night leading up to when he was.
In all honesty, we have not gotten into it.
Okay.
That's why, the only thing I thought you guys were going to ask me about, which I was going to be honest with you anyway, are the scratch marks on his back.
Mhm.
Everything else, I have no idea what it is. No idea what it is. Nonetheless, I've had my son over at the house too, so.
Well, your son was there when? When was he last there?
Oh gosh.
From my understanding, he was there last Tuesday.
I don't know if it was Tuesday, but yes, he was there last week, so.
Well, we're talking about Sunday.
Yeah.
We're just talking about what occurred Sunday. Because like I said, the injuries they occurred within that time period.
So you're talking about day before yesterday?
Sunday leading into Monday. You called us yesterday at 1, but the incident, you guys were painting and stuff the night prior.
Correct.
So we're talking about Sunday and then into Monday.
I'm thoroughly confused because we had a good time sitting on the back porch having wine and smoking a couple of cigarettes and then decided to go inside and literally paint, do puzzles, and play and listen to music. That's why nobody got out of sorts. This is what's mind-blowing to me. Like, I have no clue. Nobody laid a hand on anybody.
He also had, like on the left side of his forehead, he had basically bruising, and on like his head and his skull.
I have no idea.
As if something hit him.
Like I
considered
have not
force
touched him.
trauma.
I have not touched him. I have not touched him.
Then how would you get those injuries?
Tell me and we'll both know. I have not touched him. I have no idea, and I don't want to seem out of sorts, but I have no idea. We had a good day. It was a good day. We've had good days lately, even considering everything that's going on with our jobs and life in general and ex-wives and everything. It's been good. Like, I don't even know where this is coming from. Like, we've been good. I don't know if, like, it's since the last time he got out of jail. Like, we've been good, and he's been having his classes and seeing his probation officer, who's amazing. So...
What do you mean by good? What's your definition of good?
The probation officer?
No, you said you guys have been good. What's your definition
I've
of
been good. I don't think you all understand. He comes at me all the time. He comes at me. So it's either I flee or try to go upstairs and go to sleep. That's usually what it is. And I don't know if you talk to Brian about any of that, but most of the time when I flee, I go over there. So...
Right, but you're saying that you guys have been good, and when I asked you yesterday, the last incident that you could remember was the curtain rod incident, which you said was a month ago, so...
Give or take.
Right. So what do you mean by he comes after you? Like,
he gets belligerently drunk. Like, I don't know if you all have looked through my phone yet and seen any of the pictures and the videos that I have taken. And at one point, I started documenting everything.
Okay.
So you all will see in my pictures bloody fingers, split foreheads, he split my nose. I've got this.
Right.
I don't know if Brian told you about it, where I had to have I had one really bad surgery, but then it got really, 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 really bad, where I had to go like 4 or 5 more times afterwards for them to tend to it, from him poking me in the back of the leg.
Right.
So it's...
Then why are you still with him?
Everybody asks me that. When I tell you guys this, I really love him, like I do, and I feel like I can help him. Like, I feel like I could help him, which I did, because he came a really long way from where he was in Philadelphia to moving back to here and to dealing with everything else that he's been dealing with. I've really helped him. I've bailed him out of jail, 3 times. I've gone to every single hearing and every single arraignment, everything that I did for him. Gone to see all his public defenders, go to the state. I've gone to the state. I did everything for him because I'm trying to help him, because I had hope in him. And he was trying. He was really trying. And then he starts to think about things, and I think he gets overwhelmed, and then it's like, the next thing I know, he's drinking. So it's like, oh man, I know where this is going to go, so I'm going to go upstairs and read a book. Or I'm going to go for a bike ride, or I'm going to do something else. Where I don't want to drink. I don't want to drink. The occasional wine, whatever, or if it's a weekend, that's when you have a good time. You don't have to wake up the next day. I have to wake up the next day and do things. I have to tend to Lucas. I have to take him to school. I have all this stuff to do. He doesn't know how to, I guess, maintain himself, where I can do 50 things at once and still know the 50 things more prior that I need to get done. he can't process like that. He didn't process like that, so he would literally, not literally, but have smoke coming out of his ears. So the next thing you know, he doesn't want to deal with it. I'm going to go get something to drink. So the majority of the time, I would hang out outside or do something else because I don't want to drink. And every time, his job broke his heart. And it made me sad because he had so much pride in his job. And the store that he took care of so much totally went downhill. And that broke his heart because he had put so much work and effort into fixing it. I promise you, on my son's life, it was not intentional. I promise you, on Lucas's life, it was not intentional.
I don't know you. I can't say I know anything about you. I don't know what would be a true statement, what would not. I mean, you're promising on your son's life, that's fine.
That's how much it means.
Sorry.
That's how much it, look, that's how much it means.
Okay.
I hope you take that to heart. Please.
And it's documented that you said that, yeah. I get it.
Do you have any idea when I can get my phone back?
No telling.
What did you say?
I just said no telling. I mean, our digital forensics unit is got a lot of cases on their plate. I mean.
Well, and that's not technically my laptop, it's Lucas's laptop.
Okay.
But he plays, you'll see all the games that he has on there.
I mean,
No more.
but my question has remained the same. What do you expect to happen to somebody when you leave them in a position like that?
Yes, but you have to understand too, I know.
No, just what would you expect to happen to somebody when you leave them in a position?
I have no idea because I've never done it before.
Why have you never done it before?
Why would I?
Exactly.
Why would I do it before?
Why did you do it now?
I clearly have said why. Why?
No, you don't know why. You just know that it's not intentional, but you don't know why. But that's okay.
Really?
I'm not trying to force you to say something that you don't know.
It's feeding and penning. The fact that you guys would assume that I'm that kind of person.
We're not assuming anything. We're going by the facts. It happened.
Like you said, you don't know me. Nonetheless, I have to live without him now.
Yeah.
Nonetheless.
Yeah.
Punishment in itself.
Yeah. Definitely a tragic situation.
I'm through with alcohol. And it's unfortunate that stupid things like this happen.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Nonetheless, I have to live without him now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. His daughters too.
Are you trying to make it worse?
Sorry, what?
Are you trying to make it worse?
Make what worse?
How I feel?
Just making a comment. I mean,
PSI, that was there yesterday. I think she took your photos. Okay, Sarah. So, you're not free to go. Okay. Oh, do you promise everything you told us was the truth? Or no? Everything we've talked about today?
Yes. What do you mean?
He asked to swear. Remember how I swore you yesterday on the audio recording? I just forgot, so he raised his hand to remind me, to tell you.
Okay.
Do you promise and swear that everything we talked about today has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
For which
True
everything?
and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
What, that it wasn't intentional?
Everything you've
you
said
told
today,
us.
everything that's come out of your mouth has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
To the best of my knowledge.
Correct. Yes.
Why?
Because
That's how
anytime
you
we talk
swear.
to somebody, we want to assure that everything that we've talked about is
True and accurate to the best of that person's knowledge.
It's not a trick question.
To the best of my knowledge?
To the best of your knowledge.
Everything that you've told us today is true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
Yes, but it was not intentional.
Okay. Okay.
All right, do me a favor, stand up. I need you to turn around, face the wall, put your hands behind your back. Do you have anything in your pockets that I should know about?
No.
Okay.
Why is this happening?
Because George is dead.
Not intentionally.
We understand that.
He's still dead.
Well, we don't
Someone
really
needs to
understand
call
that.
Brian, please.
Okay.
Or can I not make a phone call?
You'll be able to make a phone call when we get you down to the jail.
So
You'll
why
be
is this
afforded-
happening? So this was a trick.
No, it's not a
No,
trick.
not
How's
a
it a
trick.
trick?
So,
I'm in here to ask you to explain a few things to us, and
You were read your rights.
your response to everything was basically, I didn't do it.
intentionally.
I have to go through that.
Doesn't matter. He's still dead. Do me a favor. Have a seat.
Really, guys?
Really.
So if I didn't show up. Why
For
is
your
this
training?
happening?
Because
Before you all said I could leave.
when
That I was done after this, after that.
we were done, yes, we were done. Absolutely.
So now, so that's what it is,
We are done.
right? Not intentional.
Okay.
So what am I supposed to do now?
You will,
Someone needs to call Brian.
okay.
Lucas is waiting for Mom to come home. This was not my intention. I thought I was waiting for you all to come and figure out what's what and how many.
That's what we're trying to do.
And I was going to be able to go home and see Lucas. Now he's just not going to have me come home. So there's nothing that I can do.
All right, no.
There's nothing that I can do in order to go home and see Lucas and prepare.
Not right now, no. You'll be afforded a time in court. You'll be afforded an attorney. You'll be afforded a chance to talk to a judge, and all that stuff will be worked out.
But what's the time frame for that, though?
I have no way of being able to tell you. You should make first appearance probably by tomorrow morning, if not tonight, depending how things are busy, how quickly you get down there. I
had a
don't work
sneaky
in there.
suspicion this was going to happen. And I need water, like, really bad, please.
Have a seat.
You all tricked me down here.
Absolutely did not.
I just got those.
Okay. They are not allowed in the jail.
So I can't even smoke cigarettes if I go.
What? Am I good on that? She took that.
And what am I supposed to do with my car?
You'll be fine where it is. When you get down there, you'll have 3 phones. You'll be able to call.
What, as soon as possible?
Yeah, once you get down there, get booked in, you'll be able to use a phone in the waiting
But
area.
how long will that take? Because I need to talk to Brian.
I don't know, it depends how busy, how quickly they get you through. I probably would say within the hour. It's a free phone
Yes?
call
Yeah.
in the lobby. It's a free phone
All
call.
I'm doing is bring you there, sign
Yep.
a piece of paper, and you're going to do it.
She has no clue.
Hey,
Let them know.
Yep.
change the cuffs. Call it
Go ahead,
in.
stand up.
I have not
So
found
what am I
it.
going to do with my purse? Oh, sorry.
Your purse is going to come, but the cigarettes and stuff can't, so.
I put the lock up too, my bad.
Oh, no, it's all good. Mine are the opposite, so.
What made you all decide to do this?
Made us decide to do this?
Uh-huh.
George is dead.
You guys, I knew this was going to happen.
You did? Okay.
So I came down here willingly.
Yes, absolutely. We were trying to figure out what's going on. We're still trying to figure out what's going on.
Unintentionally.
Well, intentional or not, George is dead. You act like when you say unintentionally, that absolves you from everything.
I need to get, I have my, I don't know if it's able to be or not.
Oil, then I apologize.
No. I have things in my car that I need to.
Okay.
Put your
What kind of stuff do you have in your car that you're worried about?
Well, I have my medication.
Okay, they have a pharmacy there, so if there's something that you have to have right away, you'll be seeing a nurse.
It's panic attack stuff.
Well, again, when you get checked in, you're going to be seeing a nurse, and that they have a pharmacy there, so they'll be able to take care of any kind of that stuff. That protocol is out of my realm. I don't work down there, so I don't know, but I do know they do have a pharmacy, and that you will be afforded to see somebody. Okay?
All done?
Yes, ma'am. I think so. My bad.
No.
Sarah Boone was taken into custody on second-degree murder charges and was detained without the possibility of bail. She was then escorted from the premises and transported to a detention center. Sarah Boone was set to appear before a judge for a pretrial conference on January 17, 2023. According to court officials, the trial was scheduled to begin on Monday, January 30th. On December 19, 2022, Boone's most recent court-appointed attorney, Frank Bankowitz, filed a motion to withdraw his counsel. He stated he felt he could no longer provide effective counsel to Sarah due to irreconcilable differences. Had the motion been granted, he would have become the sixth attorney to withdraw from Sarah's case, albeit for various reasons, including legitimate conflicts of interest. For example, one public defender assigned to represent Sarah had previously defended Jorge Torres against Sarah in a domestic violence case. Naturally, his motion to withdraw was granted. One withdrawal was due to unavailability, another was replaced by Sarah, and yet another cited an adversarial relationship. On December 27, 2022, Judge Wooten denied Bankowitz's motion. Instead, he ordered Bankowitz to coordinate a meeting with Sarah before the March 28th pretrial conference. As of the time of this upload, the pretrial start date of March 28, 2023 still stands, along with the trial date of April 10th. However, with as many bumps as this case has had, I would not be surprised to see that date pushed back even further. Sarah's defense attorney has filed a battered woman defense, meaning she was a victim of intense emotional, psychological, physical abuse over a period of time. What are your thoughts on this case? Based on the information you're aware of at this point in time, do you suspect the death of Jorge Torres was accidental or intentional? Did something happen in that moment that Sarah felt intense fear and felt she had no choice but to kill Jorge? As usual, feel free to share your thoughts below.